Good morning, you guys. Alright, today is Wednesday, the 21st of August. Alright, right at 7 a.m. local time in Phoenix. You're currently westbound or northbound now, I guess you can call it, or just about to go northbound on a Loop 202 on the southwest side of the Phoenix area. Passing by the Broadway Road exit here for those of you guys who want a better. Anyway, what are we doing here? Because the last thing you saw from me was a. Let me turn that off because I've been constantly getting that base station guy there. Last thing you saw me do was a delivery in El Paso. So how am I doing another delivery now? And alright, well, okay, so. I didn't have hours to work with the rest of that day, so I ended up staying parked. And then the next morning, I still only had like 9:50 or so on my 70-hour clock to work with, even after getting the recaps in. But yeah, when they were starting to start planning out loads and all that, they called me up, one of the dispatchers or planners, whoever it was, called me up and asked if I'd be willing to repower a load going to Tolleson that they thought was running too hot. They were probably projecting it late. And, honestly, when they told me the situation of like where the other driver is at and all that, and even if he's like really punctual and on the spot with doing everything, because I was crunching the numbers. Like the guy was in Abilene at the Quick Trip over there, and shit, I need to get slid over. Crap, this is a bad spot here too. I might have to just get on I-10 because there's too much shit going on here. Come on, car. You're not helping me. I want to off that Buckeye, but that traffic did not help. I should have been more prepared for that, but I kept thinking I was further down. Anyway, so yeah, the guy was like 895 miles away from the receiver, which, by the way, we're going to Kroger here in town. I'll tell you more about that one in a second. But yeah, when he was going to get rolling right at the end of his 10-hour break, and even if he's like really good and Johnny on the spot, it's just too risky that it's going to be late. There was a possibility he could have gotten it delivered on time. I don't know, but just the slightest bit of traffic delay, even here coming into Phoenix, could have been all it took for him to be late. So I even agreed with them myself. If that was my own load, and if I didn't have a specific reason why I really needed to stay on that load, I would absolutely go with, let's just go ahead and do the swap. I don't want this to be a stressful situation for me or for anybody else. It's not that big a deal there. And he still ran quality miles. I think 400 plus miles. It's not a long day, but it's, you're running a decent day if you're running over 400 miles before you park for the day. So it wasn't that bad for him. Anyway, though, that's how I ended up taking over the load right there in El Paso. And we're going to be delivering it this morning. Last time I was here at this Kroger DC that we're going to, oh man. We'll just say it was long. Let me fix that. Yeah, I'm going to keep having a battle with that. I think all the bumps, because that broken tab on there. I want to use my pilot rewards points on a replacement, because I have the points on my pilot rewards to do it. Alright, so we'll just kind of deal with that. Um, what was I saying here? Anyway, God, I lost my train of thought because, oh crap. Squirrel! Alright, how about this? Oh yeah, so last time I was here at Kroger, I was here for 19 hours. Spent about 11 hours between check-in and waiting for a dock door. Then I finally get in the dock door, and then I'm in the door for about 4 hours. And then I spent another 4 hours after I docked out waiting for bills. I was like, holy shit, man, can it take any longer? Like, I got some pretty good detention pay out of that one, I'll give you that much. So I don't recall it holding me up from any loads, so I didn't let it bother me at all. It's like, hey, if you want to sit here and pay me like $800 or whatever it ended up being for detention, I know it was at least $400. I think I had started I think the next day's detention even started to kick in or something. Because I thought I remember it being more than $400 that I got for that. To sit there and not burn any on-duty time. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, anyway. So hopefully this experience won't be that bad. I've had other people tell me that they've had not so bad experiences there, but I know there are plenty of others who have really bad experiences, so we'll see whether we're getting Jekyll or we're getting Hyde there today. Alright, on another note, how about I think, yeah, let's talk about some, what I think is kind of funny from my Air Force experience, and also my California living experience, going outside of California and seeing people, you know, like, okay, so I think I've mentioned a couple times, I'm on the high end with IQ, and I'm not trying to brag, but really, okay, if you've never done an IQ test, though, what they do is they really just test your logic. It's two things that you're really checking there. One is your logic and deductive reasoning, and two, how quickly can you recognize patterns. And all right, so those are the two things that really make a difference. Now, I could still be a complete moron in some other areas, and you can arguably say I'm a moron when it comes to social skills too, but no, I'm kind of well adjusted overall in social skills, I would say, but there's a lot, that I would say, people I would say, I don't conform to the status quo, we'll just say. And I have, and I tend to have my specific reasons why I do, why I am the way I am. I wouldn't tend to not care so much if people have a problem with me on the social side. Anyway, getting to that, it's the pattern recognition. Let me fix that again. The pattern recognition part is where it's going to come into play. That's why I'm bringing this up here. All right, so I'm at March Air Reserve Base, and we retired our C-141 fleet in 2004. That same year, we started to replace them with a new fleet of brand new C-17s. And during that time, I got sent to 3 different schools, 3 different classes. 2 of them at Charleston Air Force Base, South Carolina, and then one other at McCord Air Force Base by Tacoma, Washington. But anyway, I think it was the first trip to Charleston. Yeah, we're there, and I remember it was like 4 of us there. Myself and a guy from my shop, and then 2 of the flight line crew chiefs. We're all there, and I remember it was Halloween. And it's all four of us are hanging out at some bar in downtown Charleston. I don't remember the place, but yeah, it's in the downtown Charleston area. We're all hanging out there, and we're all dressed our own different ways, whatever. There was a male and a female flight line crew chief. The male crew chief was wearing like a vertical pinstripe type of button-up shirt, just casual, whatever I kind of would say. And then, myself and my coworker were kind of dressed our own particular ways. Well, I'm looking around. We're hanging out, just drinking, whatever, and I'm looking around, and I start realizing everybody here, every guy here who's not at this table seems to be wearing a horizontally striped, like polo type of shirt, like a Charlie Brown type of shirt, but with different colors, of course. And so I was like, what is going on here? Like, why, is this some kind of this is what guys call getting all dressed up for the women and stuff when they're out on the town, out in this area? Because I'm not used to seeing that, and I thought it was a little odd. Okay, that lane is ending up ahead, so now the problem is we're going to have a battle with this guy here. Anyway, we it was an oddity, I would say. Just thought it was interesting, where it was like a fashion trend. I thought maybe just in Charleston or something. So I didn't think much of it, but I thought it was funny. And well, fast forward next year, I go on another trip to Charleston. Well, actually, I did 2 trips in a row. The first one, I went to Carswell Joint Reserve Base in Fort Worth, and then after that one, I went to Little Rock to go visit one of my active duty buddies there who was stationed there at the time. And I'm busy watching this guy here. But he's backing off. I was going to try to move over for him, but I couldn't. So, alright, shit. I got to move over anyway now, it looks like. So anyway, I go visit my buddy Jeff, because I was supposed to go, I was there, it was right before Memorial Day. I was at Carswell for a week-long conference on something else. And then the very next week, I was supposed to be in Charleston for another C-17 related training. Well, in between, it was that 4-day weekend. I went ahead and went over to Little Rock to visit my buddy Jeff before heading over to Charleston. Because I drove my personal vehicle on this trip. I like flying, but I like even more having being on the road and kind of doing my own thing, and being able to have control over, like, hey, if I want to go check out stuff, I don't want to have to sit here and ask for the rental vehicle from a ranking person or whoever has it, whatever. So anyway, and then I can also make bank too by doing that, because the mileage stuff that they pay, it's usually less than what they would have to pay me for airfare and rental vehicle and all that shit. So anyway, we're gonna make the right turn here. We're over, this is 99th Avenue, and then there'll be a left right there. Alright, so we're in Little Rock, and unbeknownst to me, in Little Rock, during Memorial Day weekend, they always have a festival, which I understood to be, because I guess some rich family there, I guess, they have some twin daughters or something like that, and is what I understood, but I could be wrong. And I guess they kind of put on like this festival thing, whatever, or the city does or whatever, I don't know. But my understanding, it was something to do with like celebrating the birthdays of these twin daughters or something along that line, if I understood it correctly. I don't know, you guys from Little Rock, if anyone's watching this, maybe you can explain that. Stay in vehicle until arriving at gate. Alright. Outside carriers on the right. Okay. But anyway, we're at this festival, and while we're here, there are. Oh, that's why he's stopping. Okay. Let me watch my headerboard. All right. Okay, so let me get checked in real quick, and we'll finish telling the story on the way to the dock door. Alright guys, we're checked in now. We're going to go to the staging lot and then check in over here by door 31 and the building right next to us. Okay, so back to that story. Alright, so I was in Little Rock, and we went to this festival, and while we were there, there was a they had concert stages on both sides of the river. There's there's a bridge that you can walk across to get between from one side of the river to the other, and on each end of the river the bridge on these different areas, kind of catty corner on via that bridge. This is where these stages were at. The first concert there was Seether with Amy Lee. And then right after that one, you'd walk across the bridge and then go to the other stage, and it was REO Speedwagon. And, yeah, I'll wait on this guy here. Anyway, we're over there in the Seether part, watching that part, that concert. And I start to notice, guess what? Everybody there, or a lot of people there, are also wearing horizontally striped shirts. You know what? I can. How about we park over here by this Volvo? It looks like an open spot right there. So I started asking Jeff, well, hey, why is it every time I go, TDY somewhere, all the guys seem to be wearing horizontally striped shirts? And he's like, what are you talking about? So I tell him, take a look around and see how all the other, if they weren't looking all hillbillied out, whatever, they were freaking wearing those horizontally striped shirts. So it's like, yeah, every time. And I told him about the Tolleson experience. And, I'm telling him, and then take a look around, and he starts looking and realizing just how exactly right I was on that, and he started laughing his ass off. It was just fucking, this Prince guy's parked like shit, but at least we'll still clear it. But yeah, we both started laughing, and then we made a joke. Then I made a joke out of it by. When we were on our way, when the Seether concert ended, and we were on our way over to the other side, walking across that bridge, I started telling them, well, hey, let's find out just how many people here we see between here and the REO Speedway, or at least the other end of the bridge. Yeah, we see wearing these horizontally striped shirts. So we walk across it goes across this river. It's a pretty good sized river, not the Mississippi, but pretty good size. But I remember, and this is like a lot of people walking the other way, but even some going our way. But we counted 80 guys wearing horizontally striped shirts just from one end of the bridge to the other. Not even including trying to get to the bridge, or once we're on the other end of the bridge from there to that stage, the REO Speedwagon side of, like, I don't get it. I didn't understand why that was considered like some nice fashion trend there for guys. To me, it's like, this is kind of weird. Like, you're just dime a dozen, I guess. So, all right, let me get this checked in. It should be over here to our right, and hopefully we'll get a dock door soon. It's 7:27. Wish me luck. Alright guys, we actually got a dock door assignment pretty quickly here, well somewhat quickly, 20 minutes, really not bad. It was right at 7:27 when I was looking at the clock earlier. It's 7:47 now, or 7:48, so that's really not too bad here. And probably a good thing because Planner already got me set up for 2 other loads right after this. We'll talk about that on the way out of here though. Meanwhile, we'll talk about where we're going to dock in. We're going to dock in door 13, which should be down there near the corner somewhere. Alright, I don't know what this car is doing, but... Dude, do you really have to block the fucking lane to open your damn doors? God, that drives me nuts when people do that shit. Okay, 13 is right here. Alright, and then this. Yeah. See if I don't know where he's going, but he's probably going in the same general ballpark where I am. And just like that, look at that. I'm right there in front of my door. Come on, are you going to back up or not? Okay, I gotta break the seal, open my doors in a minute here, but alright, that should be good. I'm gonna make sure I'm clear of that yellow pole. Alright, let's finish bumping the stocks here. Yeah, I was further away from that dock than I thought I was. It's hard to tell though with polarized sunglasses on and got the mirror on top of it. That was really nice and soft hit there. Okay, so not even 8 o'clock yet, and we'll see how things go here. It's Capstone, so you never. Some of you guys know their reputation. Alright guys, we are done unloading here. Had an OS&D, but it was only 1 case short. I had to take a little bit of time to report that. Didn't take too long, but still a little bit of time needed there. And I got to wait for the OS&D people to approve give me permission to send my empty call, but otherwise we're all done here. Alright, so what are we doing next? Well first it's 11 o'clock right now, so about 3 hours after my appointment time. It'll be good for a little bit of detention pay there, but not nearly as much as I got last time I was here. I guess that's good. This is also what's good is I'm ready to roll as soon as I'm out of here. I got a pre-plan to go pick up a preloaded trailer at Red Bull over here in Waddell. And then that one is going to Louisiana, but I will be dropping it in El Paso. And then after that, though, it's like, okay, what's going on now? Because they originally had me set up after that to do a load from El Paso back over to here in Phoenix somewhere. But, all right, there's an exit sign right over there telling us to go this way. And another one telling us to turn left over here around these trailers. But they did actually change that up as well. They wanted to know about me doing a load from Amarillo, or as you guys all like to call it, Amarillo. I don't pronounce it the stupid American way. Sorry guys, I got a Spanish speaking wife and she'll kill me if I pronounce it that way. Anyway, that one is going to Vernon, California. Problem is, I don't know that I can make it to Amarillo on time. Then again, from Amarillo to Vernon, even if I cover most of the miles, but not all of them, and pick up late or something, I should be able to get that on time still, but I don't know. I'd have to kind of see how things go with this shift, though. I have 3:15 left on my clock, and I'm going to burn at least probably an hour of that, trying to get over to the... Oh, shit, that's my 14 running down, too. So, yeah, it's going to take at least an hour, and I'm not really going to get out of the area here. I was kind of hoping I would be able to get to, like, Eloy or somewhere at the very least, but time it's going to take me to wash out my trailer, fill it up with reefer fuel, get over to Waddell, get the load, the drop and hook done there, and get it scaled out. I'm like, man, I'm going to probably be on my last hour by then, and I'm not even sure if I can get it to El Paso when they want me to get it there. So, we'll see how things go. I don't know. And if I have to run and it's 430 miles from here to El Paso, so, and I was right across the freeway from where I'm going to be dropping that trailer. So, yeah, it's just kind of a tricky one. I think I might be better off with that El Paso to Phoenix load, but now I have a feeling, this is a Fry's truck, so do I need to be in the left lane? I guess so. Oh. I thought the Fry's truck being over here meant this was the dedicated lane. Thought this might have been it, but the Fry's truck had me wondering if this was the dedicated only lane.
No, you're good. You just go ahead and pull forward and park next to the trees up there.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Have a good one. Okay, so now I did send in a gripe letter to them on my on our work count thing. And I've been one of the biggest defenders of Hirschbach. Well, with a lot of people hating on them for stuff. A lot of the JCT drivers or former JCT drivers. And I get it, there are problems, but I'm keeping an open mind to this. How much of these problems are because of freight market? And let's see. I'm gonna get my doors closed and we'll get rolling. Okay, now guys, let's go ahead and get rolling here, and I'll finish talking about that. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and throw shade at Hirschbach. They've kept me running. I've not had any problems with pay or miles at all on Mac. I know a lot of people have. And like I said, I know what goes on with the freight market in general and the economy, and I know there's some challenges there. I also know that there's freight market cyclicity, where sometimes the heavy freight, the freight volume is in other parts of the country than what I'm used to running, and so that could be the issue. But I even mentioned it in this letter that this feedback that I gave him. It was a little bit wordy too, but seriously though, like I'm used to being with JCT where I could be on the road and still do like 10-hour breaks at my house in conjunction with deliveries or pickups every week or two. I felt kind of spoiled by that actually, but when I'm running, it's been about 4 weeks now since I've been home, Actually, since I've been even anywhere remotely close to California, let alone in California, double check we don't have any red light runners here. Alright, we're good. So it's been a huge frustration for me, and and I can run. I mean, I'll run anywhere and everywhere they want to send me, but if I'm out on the wrong side of I-35 for that much time, it's like, hey, what's going on here? I don't know if I'm. Is it just freight market, or is it part of Hirschbach's business model that is not compatible with my personal needs, or something else? So or is it just planners that are causing it themselves, not knowing me well enough, and not knowing or not paying enough attention to that. Hey, I'm keep me west if you can. I don't know what Hirschbach's tendencies are with that. I know JCT's planners really endeavored to keep drivers in their preferred freight lanes as much as they could. We even had like dedicated lanes that people ran, and they had D numbers on their trucks to even denote that. I don't really care where I go. I just want some kind of, want to know that there's more regularity, that I'm dealing with California. I know people hate Cali, but I live there and my family's there, so I want to be there more often. Yeah. So again, I don't mind going east. It's an adventure, but don't keep me east. I don't live over there. I got family that wants to see me, and to make it worse, my fucking house. I lost my house to a fire since the last time I even was home, and I've not been able to be there at all to give any kind of physical support to anybody at all, because they've been running me on the wrong side of I-35. So, yeah, it's frustrated the shit out of me. But again, I'm keeping an open mind. I know that business has to be ran, and and how much of it is just a case of them not. Dude, don't try to fucking sneak in on me like that. Now I'm gonna intentionally keep your ass right there. You wanna try to cut in like that, pull a fast one, yeah, I'll make sure you can't. All right, it's just frustrating, I guess. I'm gonna give him an opportunity to see if the situation can be resolved, and I have a suspicion that that's how I ended up getting switched over to that Amarillo to Vernon load, because they might have already looked at my work count info, and I might already be acting on it or something, but I don't know for sure. I'd be nice if that is the case, but in this kind of situation, I just don't know that particular load is the right one to get me in the area, given my clock situation and where I'm at right now. But anyway, at least for now, I'm going to be picking up here in Waddell. At least get it moving. If it turns up, if it becomes an issue, I'll have to maybe repower it wherever I end up shutting down or something. We'll see. Where I can do a split too. So there is that option, I think. So I don't know what I'll be doing next. All right. So I don't know if it'll be a pickup in Amarillo or coming back here to Phoenix or whatever else. So I'll just surprise you, whatever it's gonna be. All right. All right. We'll see you guys.